Hey everyone, welcome back to the Brick Corner. Today we're going to be doing another LEGO Star Wars review, and today we're going to be doing the 7669 Anakin's Jedi Starfighter with 153 pieces. This set came out in 2008 along with the Clone Wars television show, and as you can see there's Anakin and R2-D2 right here. This is the first iteration of this set. The second iteration came out in 2018, which I have a review of. Click the card on the top right if you guys want to go watch that. Here's some of the back of the box right here. Here are some of the other sets that came out in 2008. As you can see, the AT-AP, Hailfire Droid, the Rebel Trooper Battle Pack, and then the Imperial Dropship right there. Alright, let's open this up. So as you can see, this is a used set right here. I got it on eBay for a pretty decent price. Basically brand new. The pieces are very clean. He must have cleaned them before shipping them to me, which is super nice. So let's just get right into the building. Everybody, so here is the finished Anakin's Jedi Starfighter from 2008. So on the right here we have the minifigures, and on the left we have the ship. I have to say, overall this build was pretty nice. It was quick and it was a little fun. It was interesting. There's a little bit of technic bit that I'll get into later that I did not know about when I first bought this set, but that was fun to make and fun to kind of like realize what that was made for. But first we are going to start with the minifigures. So this set comes with two minifigures right here. On the right, as you can see, we have R2-D2, and on the left we have Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. And we'll take a first look at R2-D2. So as you can see, he is all white. The dome piece, the body piece, and both leg pieces are all white, and there's the printing on the head piece right there. Kind of goes around, and there's it's silver. They make the background silver, and then they add the blue detailing on it like so. Right there, as you can see, there's the top. Looking at the front, as you can see, we have just some paneling here, a little tool printing right there. That's where his tools pop out of his body, vents, buttons, knobs, a bunch of random stuff here, lines, good detailing, and no detailing on the back part right there. So that's R2-D2. Moving on to Anakin Skywalker, as you can see, he has his classic blue lightsaber right there with a just normal gray hilt, nothing shiny or anything like that, so just a normal gray hilt there. Take this off and take a look at the minifigure. So he has this kind of swooping hair piece that is brown, that is accurate to the Clone Wars, and then as you can see, this is the Clone Wars face. You can, his eyes are big, and then his cheekbones are very defined like in the show. And so we'll just take off the hair piece to see it fully. So again, yeah, big blue eyes, big mouth, everything that's seen in the Clone Wars. And then we have his Clone Wars commander outfit right there with a little bit of armor on top, and then the robes beneath it with a belt, and no back printing, and no leg printing. And his arms are brown right there, and he has, I guess, black gloves on. So those are the minifigures. Let's move on to the set. So here is the finished. So here's the finished. Here's the finished Jedi's. Here's the finished Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. As you can see, it's a very classic look here. We'll start with the front. There are a couple stickers right there. Yellow detailing, and it's mostly gray though when it comes back here. Here are two gun pieces right there, and then that kind of brings us back to some more wing detailing, and then right to the back there, and that's basically identical on either side except for this Republic insignia right here, and that leads us on to the back. As you can see, there are the two engines, and we'll get to this bit in a bit with this blue piece right here. But flipping it over, as you can see, we have three landing gear. One here, and one here, and one here. And underneath we have 2 flick fire missiles, which are an absolute throwback. So you just kind of you gotta flick them. I feel like under this set it's a very difficult place to kind of, there we go, flick those things, but they go. They're not as good as stud shooters because they didn't have the mechanism back there, but they have their own sort of charm and nostalgia behind them, and then there's one on each side. And with 3 landing gear, there are 3 points of contact. This one's a little bit finicky because whenever I want to put it down, it kind of reverts up, and it's a little bit counterintuitive, I guess. As you can see, there's a black hinge part and then a gray hinge part, and the black hinge part kind of needs to move forward a little bit because if you try and push it all the way back, it gets stuck on that gray bit right there from going completely 90 degrees. And so that's how it goes, and this thing is super sturdy. You're not going to knock this thing over at all. The only thing you're going to do is push it, and that's all that's going to happen, or knock down your landing gear, I guess, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish they found a way to make it a 90-degree angle, because then it'd be much sturdier from pressure kind of pushing down on the top of it. As you can see, it just kind of cracks under the pressure there, and I accidentally shot off a flick fire missile there. Okay, so now that it's back into the landed position, we'll go back here to the fin. As you can see, it's just kind of a flag piece with some sticker detailing, and then some stickers on either side here of the Republic insignias. And that brings us up to the cockpit. So this cockpit is this one piece. There's no hinge, it just comes off like that. And then look inside, there's a 4 stud connection seat right there. So it's kind of hard to get the minifigure out, and a little control panel. So I'll put Anakin in for you guys. And what you need to do with this set is, Anakin doesn't kind of like sit straight up, I guess you could say. He has to lean back a little bit, otherwise he won't fit in nicely. And so there he is, he's in there, and then you just put the cockpit right back over it like so, and then he's in there. So there are no studs in R2-D2's slot right here, so when you put him in and you turn him upside down, he falls right out. So there will be no upside down swooshing, unfortunately, but you know, you can swoosh this way all the same, and this way and this way, and whichever way you want, just no barrel rolls, I guess. So the reason behind this not having any, so the mechanism in this set that I was alluding to earlier is the reason why R2-D2 slot doesn't have any studs. So if you're flying this like this and you hit this hard enough, he'll come flying out like that. I'll show you guys a better example of that. So I've been trying for about 5 minutes to show you guys this whole R2-D2 mechanism of him flying out, but the landing gear is kind of getting in my way of that. Every time I'm trying to put him back in, the thing just crumbles underneath my force, and I just need to rebuild it, and then the mechanism goes off, and I need to go in there and reset it, and it's a nightmare. So I hate the way they couldn't make it a 90-degree angle for the landing gear. It's an absolute pain. But anyways, as I was saying with the R2-D2 mechanism, you push this blue thing in the back right here, and if you push it, he kind of goes flying out. And that's kind of R2-D2's ejection mechanism there, so that's why there are no studs on that for R2-D2. So that's the entire set. Again, my only problem with it is that the landing gear is super, super weak. Everything else works great. I love the little R2-D2 ejection function. It's super cool. Again, this is an old set. This came out 9 years after the beginning of LEGO Star Wars, mind you. So I don't really see a problem with this not having a hinge or anything like that. There's a lot of charm within the set because it's a very old set. For a lot of people like me, they appreciate old sets like these because they have a lot of charm, and they bring back a lot of nostalgia of old LEGO sets like this, especially with the flick fire missiles and the Clone Wars minifigures. So this set is super awesome. I highly recommend it if you can find a good deal on eBay. I believe I got this for $25, maybe $30, which is a pretty good deal. So I'd say don't pay more than that for this set, because really you could just get the 2018 version, and there are some better features. This is on a hinge, there's some better detailing here, and the landing gear is a lot better. Even though it's only 2 points of contact, at least it doesn't kind of crumble underneath any sort of pressure. So yeah, the set is pretty good. If you want that nostalgia and you have about $30 to spend, and you see this set on eBay for that kind of price, I'd say definitely go for it. Pretty good deal for this kind of stuff, and you get some 2 very classic minifigures in this set, and a little nice display ship or play ship, whatever you want to do with it. So I highly recommend this set. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will post a comparison of this set versus the 2018 Anakin's Jedi Starfighter in the future. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to get and turn on notifications if you want to see that video. Please like and subscribe also if you want to see more LEGO reviews. And I'll see you guys all later. Bye.